Love talk, it's love talk. We're all somebody gets deep, but we still love and laugh. Love talk, let's chat.
So, hello and welcome to Love Talk, where when love talks, the world listen. I'm your girl, also ravishing.
And I'm Boogie. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Look, we got seven in the house. Thank y'all for joining for the first episode of Love Talk. Y'all are the bomb, showing out like I knew that y'all would. Miss Do It Yourself said, "Okay, now with the intro song." I'm over here jamming too.
Yes, we got Mama B in the house.
Hey, Mama.
So, Boogie, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm happy to be doing this. We've been in the background, ready,
Hmm.
preparing for this moment, and we got it.
Oh,
And I just think
yes.
it's perfect timing. I'm excited. I'm good. How you doing?
I am well. I am also blessed. I'm blessed to be here with my good sis Boogie today, our first episode of Love Talk, and with the chat. It can't get no better than this.
Yes, it can. Oh,
So, I have a question for you, Boogie.
ooh.
Yes. Dun dun dun. So, my question is, are you in a space where you want to date?
Ooh. I got you, sis. I got you. Let me
Okay.
okay. If y'all don't know, today we're gonna be talking about single and married life because as you know, as you may know, I'm single and also is married. And so we're gonna just discuss um the different dynamics,
Mhm.
and learn and share each other's perspectives. And but to answer your question, I think so. I am. I want to start. But if I'm honest, I do want to ease into it because I'm pretty much like I'm still on my healing journey, and I'm
Mhm.
trying to not repeat past cycles, learn, level up,
Right.
have
Mhm.
a good time in real life.
That's right.
So like I'm just trying to like do that because I would love to have a healthy marriage like you one day. So I'm
Mhm.
just trying to I'm definitely open to it, but I want to do it in the right way.
Right. And when it comes to a healthy marriage, like don't get me wrong, marriage is not always peaches and cream. You're going to find a mate where no mate is going to be able to give you 100% of what you need. They can give you 80, but it's never going to be 100%. Just keep that in mind. Like you're going to find somebody that's for you and they may give you 80%, but they might be lacking that 20%, but that's okay. Don't focus on the 20%, focus on that 80%, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it make a lot of sense. Because
Because
oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's okay. So I just want to say this real quick because what happens with marriage, even any relationship, but mainly with marriages, is that spouses focus on the 20% of what they're not getting and they forget about the 80%. So they go out and they seek that 20% from someone else. And of course, that person's going to be able to give you the 20% that you're not getting from your spouse because you're giving them the answers. You're telling them what your spouse is doing and what's not doing. So, of course, you're going to get that 20%, but then
Right.
in the long run, you're going to wind up losing the 80% that you already had.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I I know it's true because even as not being married, I've been in situations where they was missing that little 20%, and
Mhm.
they found out the grass was not greener on the other
That's
side. Now
right.
they want the 80 back because person
Yes.
not giving them a boogie time like they had before.
I love that. They want their 80 back.
Yes, they want the 80 back. Hashtag 80 back in the chat, y'all.
That's right. So let's go on to the comments to see who's here.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I see my daughter, Nara. Hi, Nara. How are you?
Hey, hey, Nara.
Let's see. We have Basil's in the house.
Basil.
And we have Anisha LTV. Hi. Let's
I
see.
see the 80 back in the
Oh,
chat. You want the 80 back?
yes. And I can't forget Lewis. Our
Hey,
brother
Lou.
Lewis is in the chat.
Yes. Lashana said, like the live, like the live. Sis, it's only
That's
right.
right.
You can do it. You gotta do it. Let them.
That's right. So let's get the chat involved. So
Okay.
I have a question. This is for you, Boogie.
Okay.
This is for me, and this is for the chat. The question is, if you or your husband, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever your person may be, it's at a restaurant and y'all sitting at the bar, and someone of the opposite sex asks your mate, girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, do they want a shot? How would you take that? So let's just say for us, it will be our husband. So a woman will be asking our husband, hey, would you like a shot? How would you take that?
Sis, you want me to answer now, or you want me to let the chat answer?
Let's see if the chat's gonna answer. And if
Okay.
not, then we'll go.
Okay.
But let's see. As the chat is getting together their responses, we can just go through the chat and see what everyone is saying.
Okay. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. We got
Mhm.
12 in the chat.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
wow.
Can we get 12 likes? We got 11. Y'all are killing it. Appreciate y'all so much.
Yes. So Anisha LTV said he better get right.
We along the same track.
I know that's right. Look, Humble Me Hype says, go see husband. I know that's right.
See what Lashana said? She said, no, it might be spiked. It's disrespectful, but I'm not going to get mad.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Do It Yourself. Miss Do It Yourself says, well, I will say my ex-husband didn't play. He will tell them, talk to me. I know that's right.
You know, exactly. See, this is what I'm thinking, right? I'm
Mhm.
thinking, like, for me, I think what I would love, what I would think would be so attractive and perfect for my husband to do would be like, you know what, I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna ask my wife if she would
Mhm.
like a shot too. And
Mhm.
so you come back and we'll let you know our order, or if we decide.
Mhm.
That's what I would want him to handle that. Because I feel like she should have asked, why is the question directed to him and not me?
Mhm.
If you have two, a party of two at your table.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't
So,
call him fuck either, though. But,
I know my husband like the back of my hand. So my husband, if we're at the bar, normally at a bar, people buy each other drinks or whatever. But my husband will be like, if somebody asks him, hey, do you want a shot? My husband will just be like, oh, no, thank you. And then that'll be that.
right. Yep.
He'll just be
Yeah.
like, no, thank you. And I wouldn't say anything. I don't have to say anything. But, to each his own. I got that question off of something that I watched.
Hmm.
A lady asked a guy, because they're at a bar. So at a bar, you just whoever's sitting next to you. The
Yep.
guy was sitting next to her, and someone bought shots over for them. She didn't
Okay.
want any more, so she just asked the guy, "Hey, do you want a shot?" Not seeing the lady on the side of him, and his girlfriend, wife, whoever she was, she went off.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I asked the question, y'all.
That was a really good question. That's a good question.
Yes. Yes, Anisha LTV said I shouldn't have to say anything. Correct. That is right.
Yes. Humble Me Hype says she ain't gotta ask me. I was there. I heard her when she asked. Now, if she is together and wait till I walk away and ask, then it would be a problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right.
Basil
Um,
said, "Oh, I wouldn't have a problem with it because that individual could be there alone and want someone to help toast to a birthday. Who knows?"
mm-hmm. Yeah, so it can go either way.
Y- You're saying the server, though, right? Did I hear that
No,
correctly?
no, no, not the server. Someone sitting at the bar.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
um, see, look,
Mm-hmm.
See, Boogie live. Boogie heard it wrong. But it's kind of the same thing. Oh, I think it's even worse. Honestly, I wouldn't like that. So like no, my answer still would be pretty much the same though.
Yeah.
Because it's like how again, and I'm not really not at all a jealous person, but it's just like I'm a person like if I see someone with their girl or their spouse, I'm very respectful of who they're with. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want anyone to take anything the wrong way. So I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't just address something just to the man. You know what I mean? If I could
Right.
see that their significant other is right there, like
Right.
I just wouldn't. You know?
Um, it happens. It have happened a bunch of times where a lady might ask my husband something or a girl or something. I don't care because I'm not insecure in my relationship.
Right.
Um, I just like when my husband give them that little shortcut answer. And then you give them
Yeah.
a shortcut answer, they get it. I guess they
Hmm.
just trying to throw their fishing rod out there to see if they'll be able to pull something back, but it's not
Right.
happening. Um, at a bar, I don't think I would take it too serious because I'm if a guy is sitting next to me and he be like, "Hey, they got shots that they just brung over. Do you want one?" I'm like, "Oh, thank you, but no, thank you." And then that'll be that. My
Right.
husband wouldn't trip, and then vice versa. I wouldn't trip if somebody's sitting on the side of him and asks him. But we've been together 23 plus years, so I guess I just feel
Yeah.
comfortable in the relationship. I don't know,
Right.
but
Yeah. No.
everybody different.
Yeah, and I definitely think it's important to be secure in your relationship. Like I just think and another thing too, I guess, like when you're at a bar, people are inebriated, so they don't always probably think of what's decent and what's again. So I definitely wouldn't say don't go off like, oh, you gonna
Mhm.
I wouldn't embarrass myself or who I'm with, but
Mhm.
I guess the best way for me to put it in a nutshell is I would have an expectation of
Yeah.
him to handle it a certain way.
Mhm. That's right. That's right. Okay, so we got past that. That
Yeah,
was a good question, though.
yeah, it really is. I like scenarios like that.
Yeah, because so many different people had like, different answers.
Right.
Um, Humble Me Hype said, "That's right. It happens, but you have to be secure in your position." That is so correct.
Mhm. Mhm.
That
Mhm.
is so correct. So, um, before I go on to another question, do you have anything? Oh, should we
Yeah,
just keep?
yeah, I do actually have a. I mean, I think I pretty much know, but I want the chat's help. The chat's help. Can y'all comment a one if you're single and a two if you're married? I just want to see, or married or in a relationship. I just want to see what's going on, and that'll help me with my next
Mm-hmm.
question.
Okay.
Hey, Yvette.
Hi,
Okay.
Yvette.
Okay. Got some answers. Okay. Miss Humble two.
Okay,
One.
so one
Okay.
is single and two is married.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Married
Okay.
or in a relationship. Yep.
Okay.
All right. We got some. Okay. We got some answers in the chat. Again, y'all, that is um two if you're married or in a relationship, and one if you are single. Yvette with the fire signs. Hey, hey, hey. Love it, y'all. So I wanted to ask y'all, if for those that are single, how do you feel about it? Are you single and content? Are you um wanting to date? Where are you? Because as I kind of explained, like for myself, I am I definitely am interested, but I want to, take my time with it. So like where are you at with that? Yvette says, love this family. Love y'all
Oh,
too. Ooh, mama.
I know that's right.
You said single and ready to mingle. Okay. Well, ma, you know, I want mama to find the right person for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's mama.
Yes.
Yeah. It can't just be
Know
anybody.
anybody.
Can't
Mm-hmm.
bring bruh man over here or nothing. He gotta be he gotta be right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Gyno Genius, hey.
Hi, gynogenous. So, what Miss Do It Yourself said? Well, I'm currently single and content, but when I was married, I was content as well. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. I think it's good to be content too. Because I feel like, how they say, and since I can ask your perspective on this too, like, you know how that saying, like, when you're not looking, you'll find him?
Mm-hmm.
And or a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Like I feel like when you're desperate, that's why like I want to make clear, like I make jokes and stuff, but Boogie not desperate. I don't
I
want
know
to take
that's
this
right.
anything.
I
So
know
it's like
that's right.
it's good to be content because yeah.
Yeah. You okay right now with being single, finding yourself, but then you will also be okay if and when God sends you that person.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
goes both
So I could
ways.
be like Usher and sing There Goes My Baby. I would be so annoyed when Boogie does find somebody because I want y'all to be on that experience, like
Yeah.
with me. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let we gotta figure out a community name for our love talk for the love talk family. No.
We're gonna come up with something. Just remember, just because you're married or you're in a relationship for a long time, don't never stop dating.
Yes.
Keep dating. With me, I like to change my look up. Even though me and my husband been together so long, I feel like, like we're still dating because I still get butterflies like when you come home or we'll be on the phone, not saying anything.
Mhm.
Just if he's driving, we're on the phone, but we're not saying anything. We're just holding the phone, listening to each other breathe. And my daughter be like, just hang up the phone. I was like, you don't get it. Like, you don't understand. But I'll just say, don't never stop dating. Take the
Okay.
time out to continue to date.
Okay. I'm happy you said that because I asked the single question in the chat. But I was
Mhm.
gonna ask, like, the married people, like, how do y'all keep that spark, especially those that have been married for so long? Like, like what you do to keep that fire burning. So I think
Like
you
I
kind
said,
you
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
answered it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep dating. And always remember why you fell in love.
Mhm.
Always remember that because it's gonna be times like don't get me wrong, like I'm pretty sure I get on my husband nerves at times. Like my husband get on my nerves at times. That's gonna happen. It happens with anything. But you have to remember why you fell in love with that person the first time. And then I try not to focus on the 20% of my husband. Like my husband, he's not a big talker. Like if something's bothering him, he's not going to just come out and talk about it.
Mhm.
That's not him. He's not a big talker. He's very, very quiet. Like if we're together, he's posted on a wall, just eyeing everything out, not talking. He's not a big talker. So I that's what I got, and I'm okay with it, you know. But I have to remember the 80% everything else that this man does. So I'll take my 80% and the 20 that he doesn't give.
Yeah, I love that because I think too, like, um, it's important because, of course, like I said earlier, people think the grass is greener on the other side, and I feel like I might be going a little off on a tangent here, but this is something I talk to. Shout out to the Hopeful Hustle about a lot. Um, I love our podcast because I know it's going to be authentic and just real. But I feel like there is a such thing. I'm not saying any podcast names, but
Mhm.
some podcasts and just some movies and stuff, I think can give people an unrealistic picture of what
Mhm.
love is like
Mhm.
and what it's going to be. And especially like, say, if you're a person that, I broke up with my ex last year. You break up and you healing, but you're real defensive at this point because you don't want to again repeat what everything is. But I feel like sometimes certain podcasts and certain information people give out, I feel like is not always realistic or helpful as someone's trying to heal and prepare to re-enter the dating space because it's like this man you trying to get. I'm not saying that you can't find a great man or but I feel like sometimes it's just like slow your roll a little bit with it
Mhm.
because you mentioned the whole 80-20, like
Mhm.
the 80% is beautiful, but there's going to be certain things like like they might not be talkative or they might not
Mhm.
be a neat freak or might not be as
Mhm.
clean as you are, or they might um need a certain nudge in certain areas than others. And I think that's important because once you've been hurt and you feel like, oh, you settled or you got hurt, you're not going to deal with this stuff anymore. You go into it and sometimes might have unrealistic standards. And I feel like certain
Mhm.
stuff circulates that gets people all screwed up. And we want to keep
Yeah.
the talk real.
Oh yeah. It's one thing about me, I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat about my marriage. Like if someone come to me and tell me, "Oh, me and my husband or me and my wife, we don't never fuss, everything is all good and all this," then y'all don't really love each other. Y'all don't really love each other. If everything is good and nothing that person doesn't get on your nerves or anything, y'all don't love each other. Just because you have a disagreement or something like that doesn't mean that there's problems in the relationship. You're gonna have a disagreement.
Right.
So anybody come to me and be like, "Oh, my marriage is just the best." I'm like, "Yeah, girl, that man
Right.
got somebody else."
Right. Right. You you're not the only one, baby. All his eggs are not in one basket. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Hi, Chuck. I see you.
Oh,
Let's see.
Deanna.
LaShawna says, my husband and I pray as well as this is a huge part of our marriage succeeding. Yes, I agree. I
Yes.
totally agree.
Yes. The hopeful hustle says there's longevity in the fussing.
Yes, I agree. Yes, that's because you care about the other person. So when this is how you know that someone has totally just checked out of the relationship or the marriage when they don't complain or fuss and they don't care about anything anymore, they have checked out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So of
Mm-hmm.
course, like
Yeah.
my husband, he has a big problem where I guess because I spoiled him in this, where he doesn't like to hang up his clothes or put his clothes up or anything. And I know it's my fault, I'm a neat freak, so I started doing it, and now I'm at the time where I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. But I read a book from Oprah, and she said, don't start anything you don't want to finish.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what? But he is getting a little better. But I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. But sometimes if you're getting on my nerves, I'll be like, sir, I'm not putting your stuff up.
Right. Right. You spoiled.
Yeah, I'm not putting it up. It's gonna stay right there. But that's just my marriage. So Yvetta Diamond they say that they liar. You're right. Oh, yes, they lie if they
Mhm.
say that their marriage is so perfect. Nothing on this earth is perfect. Nothing.
The hopeful says they got eggs all across town. Oh,
Wha-
I said no eggs in the basket. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Miss Lucia self. Oh, she said yes, hopeful. I get it now. Now I'm just waiting. Okay. Um, so wait, LaShawn is telling us to go back and read her comment
Okay, you
and
got it.
humbles.
Okay.
We miss Gen X is in the house. Welcome, Gen X.
Hey. Okay, Lashana says dating and laughter is important as well as
Mm-hmm.
surprise walks and activities. Yes.
That is true. Yes.
Lashana said in her live the other day, like one of her favorite movies, which is one of my favorite movies too, hands down, is Friday. You
Friday.
get in Friday's classic. To, like that's what always have me cracking up with Smokey and stuff. Like that's hilarious. So
Not Friday with Smokey.
yeah,
Smokey.
right.
Wait. So another question I have
Okay.
is how do you know? Now, this is for everybody too. How do you know if it's real love or just a vibe?
Mm. I'm marinating on that. Oh, let's see what y'all gotta say. Love or vibe. Mm. That's a good question.
Yes. I'm just trying to.
The Gen X effect says when she is in my future thoughts. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So, um, I'll
Mm.
start and then
Okay,
maybe you can piggyback. Okay.
I got you.
So, for me, I would think a vibe would be lust.
Mm.
Lust. And when it comes to love, I believe that love is can't wait till that person comes home from work or praying for that person, even when they don't know that you're praying for them. Butterflies when the phone ring and you see their name or when they come home, things like that. I believe that that's love. After being with someone for a while and you still get the butterflies and you still love that person after all them years, I believe that that is love because temptation is real. So if you're able to be with a person for however long and still be able to do all them things and not step out, I believe, that that is love. But the
Right.
vibe, I think a vibe is just lust.
Yeah, yeah.
Just my
I
opinion.
I agree, sis. I would say that too, and I could answer that too, like from like even like just like a dating perspective too, because sometimes people think they're in love really quick too. But I think it might be helpful to think about probably like what I mean, because I guess we probably can talk about this in a future episode, but the whole like
Mm-hmm.
rebound thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because sometimes like you just go on some trying to take that pain somewhere or take
Mm-hmm.
remove, you know what I mean? So sometimes you just like a couple things check out with somebody and you're like, okay, it's cool, boom. Oh, I think it's love. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
really y'all just vibe and y'all have certain commonalities, but it's not love. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think so I think it's helpful to kind of really know really check yourself and like really know where you're at, and what you're really looking for. And like you said, like the lust part is true, because
Yeah.
lust can definitely distort your whole thing. But I like what Gen X said about they're on your future thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Because a lot of people can mistake love for lust.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Humble Me Hype says, real love will have you wanting to do things you said you wouldn't. Checking in, clean up behind them. I've been with my hubby for 23 years, married for 21, and still don't eat without him at dinner. I love it. Love
Yes,
it.
I love that. Y'all give me so much hope.
Yes. And what I would tell you, sis, is
Mhm.
that I know you say you're working on yourself, you're getting yourself together. So when the Lord does bring you your person, you're ready. Only thing I can say is you are a awesome person. So you in that aspect not gonna be a problem. Just don't go into your new relationship with the baggage from your old relationship. Let's just say your ex-boyfriend did this. Don't automatically go into a relationship thinking that this one is going to do that too, because he is not that person.
Right, right. Uh, Sis, can I ask you a question? Because I was
Sure.
going to wait for this, but I'm like, this I think will be really good. Because this is something I'm genuinely like I'm taking these gems and putting them in my back pocket,
Hmm.
y'all. So when you go, when I go date again, right?
Hmm.
Do you think I should um like what is appropriate to share about the past and not? Like, I guess you got to share certain stuff, but like I'm thinking like moving forward, I probably won't go into too much about, oh, my ex did this, my ex did that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I don't know. But what are your thoughts on that? Like, should you how should you handle that? Like,
I I wouldn't share. You really don't have to share anything about your previous relationships.
okay.
You don't have to. When me and my husband first got together, when we was dating, I didn't ask him anything about his past relationships because I didn't care. That was his past.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I asked him was, are you dating or seeing or messing around with anybody now? That's all I needed to know. Because I told him what I wasn't going for. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for a husband. If you're not ready to date just me, then we're not gonna date.
Right.
So I wouldn't go into asking a person about their past, because then once you open that door, then they get to ask you whatever they want to about your past relationships, and it's in the past for a reason.
Mm,
So just leave it there.
yeah.
Is not like you were married to this person and y'all have children and you bringing that into your new marriage or relationship. Then of course, yeah, you have to share certain things because that person is going to be in your new relationship life because you
Mm-hmm.
have children with that person. But if it's somebody that you just dated in the past, that person
Right.
don't even know about that. That's just
Oh,
me.
okay.
And see what the
I
chance is.
yeah. That's really good.
Let's see.
What they saying, sis?
Just do it yourself. Say like the live, y'all. Thank you. What did Mama Bowman say? Oh yes, Mama Bowman agreed with me. She said, "Leave the past in the past." And
Right?
Lashona agreed too. She said, "Right, Mama Bowman." Um,
It's some more up here too, I think. Yeah.
yeah. Gyno Gina said, "Yes, they called it rotational dating. This helped me to learn what I like and what I do not like." So he was responding back to Lashana. Um, So I see where Diani is saying right, Basil is saying absolutely. Okay, Lashana she told us to go back up and read. Go back up and
That,
read.
that's when the chat popping. That's good. We
I
gotta go up and read.
know.
That's good.
Um, Okay, so wait, Gen X said, yes, I learned that hard way. You can't hold things against someone new because of what someone else done. They deserve a fair chance. That is so true. That is
Mhm.
so true.
Yeah.
Because I can just tell y'all this quick little story while we're doing this. So when I first got with my husband, we're dating, and um his family members, well, he have aunties that's like around the same age as him, young aunties, and they used to be like, yeah, our nephew, he's a player, he got all the girls, they be running behind him and all this kind of stuff like that.
Mhm.
So but I had already heard that from a auntie because me and her was kind of close. So when me and my husband, like I said, when we first started dating, I had already let down my ground rules. I had
Mhm.
already told him what I wanted, what I didn't want it, what I was gonna take, and what I wasn't gonna take. And then, he agreed to the rules. So that's why we was able to move forward. I didn't ask him anything about the girls. I just asked him, are you dating, messing, or in a relationship with anybody else? He told me no. I took his word. I believed him, and we moved forward. So you have to believe someone until they show you otherwise.
I think that is probably what made him, among many other things too, but probably really made him attracted to you and want to be there because you didn't really go into giving him the third degree and saying, well, what happened with this one? Why y'all break
Hmm.
up? Or how, you know what I mean? Because it does kind of look insecure. You're just like, here, this is what it is. This is what
Hmm.
I want, what I'll accept. And, I like that. Because I
Yeah,
think
I
people get
didn't
too
care.
much worried about the past and stuff, and it makes everything seem uncertain.
Hmm. And one thing that my husband said, we was by one of my sisters. We had like a couples night. And one thing that he said that stuck out, they asked, like, he was like, he knew that I was the one because when I came in letting him know, hey, I'm not going to tolerate this. Where everybody else that he was messing with, they didn't care.
Hmm. Hmm.
They just wanted their time with him. They didn't care
Hmm.
about her. Whereas with me, I was like, look, it's gonna go like this. If you mess with somebody else, I'm out. And
Right.
that's what it was.
Right.
So, just put down, don't never be afraid to tell someone what you want.
Hmm.
Don't be afraid of it. If you think it's gonna run them off, and if you tell them and they run them off, then that wasn't the person for you.
Right.
So, you got to set your rules, sis. Set your
Right.
rules. Let's see. Hybrid family fun. Welcome.
Hey.
Janek said he's taking notes. What does this? Therapy is a powerful tool for healing and letting go of emotional baggage. That is true, Gino Genius.
Absolutely. I'm a big therapy advocate.
Mm-hmm. Humble me hype. I feel unless they have a connection like a child involved, their past is not your issue until one presents itself. Then you deal with that accordingly. Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Gen X Effect says, I haven't had a successful relationship yet. I'm I'm talking ish like I know things. I need to shut and just listen. No, no, you live and you learn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, do you see what Miss Do It Yourself said?
Yay. I'm gonna let you
I
read
was
it.
thinking, I was thinking that. Oh my goodness. That
Mm-hmm.
was one of the reasons I asked you too. She says, and sometimes oversharing can come back and bite you in behind. Because if you
Yeah.
wasn't very toxic, like I have
Mm-hmm.
been, you know, sometimes like you'll share certain things and they'll use it
Mm,
against you when they're
yep,
not feeling you at that
yep.
moment, not knowing a thing about what you went through prior to that.
Mhm,
And it's just like it's a mind game. I don't.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Deanna says, I sure didn't care about my hubby's past because I have one and we all ain't perfect. That is so
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
I say.
Exactly. Y'all are the
Don't.
bomb.
Yes, I'm loving this. Um, I know it's so. Let's see. Lashana, if that person asks about the past, just say my past is the past and I'm moving forward. That's
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
Let's see. Another thing I can tell you too is that when someone says, I love you, but
Ooh.
run.
Okay.
Anytime somebody put a but behind I love you, that means that they love you now, but that I love you can change.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, like, if they be like, oh, I love you because, or I love you because, ooh, look at you, you're so fine. That I
Mhm.
love you can change because what if 3 years from now, 4 years from now, you put on a little weight?
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
anytime somebody have like a but or something behind it, just run.
Yeah.
Just love me because you love me.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's all,
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like I've I feel like I've dated people like that, and I mean, and I get it because again, like Gianni said, we all have a past, and none of us are perfect, and I'm still learning and growing about myself too. But like, I feel like I've dated people that are like confused a lot
Mhm.
about a lot of stuff, and it's just like they drag you into that confusion, drag me,
Mhm.
and it's like, so when you said that, like that, I love you, but like run. I like that because it's just like I don't have time for a but. Like, you know what I mean? Just love me and show me and let that be that. Like
That's
none of
right.
the
That's
extra
right.
stuff.
It's coming. Trust me, your person is coming.
Thank
You know,
you.
good things comes to those who wait,
Mhm.
and nothing good comes easy. Just remember that.
Yes.
Let's
The
see.
father says yes, run fast. Get the running shoes and run. Events.
'Cause you and then sometimes you have to ask yourself, like I say, oh, I know my husband loves me because I know me. I know I can be a hard person to deal with at times. Don't get me wrong. Like I have OCD real, real bad. I'm just a lot. Your girl is extra. I'm extra. My husband is not. So I know my husband be like, oh, golly, if I ain't love this girl, I'll be out of here. Because I know I could be a lot at times, you know. But then I said the same thing about him. Oh, Lord, I much really love this man. You know,
I love it.
you know, just
Oh,
let's
Miss Good yourself says God has your person waiting. He is just waiting on you to release of your what if and the last feelings of the last relationships. Yeah, yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
yep.
Makes a lot of sense. Let me see if I'm too far up. Y'all know I don't like missing nothing.
Hey, Crystal, welcome and
Hi,
congrats again
Crystal.
on your milestone. New milestone.
Congratulations.
Okay, I think I'm caught up.
Oh, Lashana said, she suggests you ask this question during the date. Do you love yourself?
Ooh. Mm.
And if they say, everybody gonna be like, yeah, I love myself. Ask them why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like have a follow up. I like that, sis. Have a follow up question. Why?
Because
Yeah.
everybody gonna say, yay.
Right. And be like, and how? And how do you show yourself love?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna expect you to ask that. They probably gonna expect you to say, you know how they ask them, "Oh, what's your goal for the next 5 years?" You know how people ask stuff like that. That's like your 5-year plan or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna expect that. Do you love yourself? Question.
Yep.
Mhm.
Let's
That's pretty
see.
good. Yes, that is powerful.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure we covered everything.
Yvette Diamond says, "You're a Proverbs 31 woman." Amen. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Amen. And you know, in your relationship, marriage, you know, you have to put God first. He's first. He's at the head of the house. You know, he's at the head of the marriage. Another thing I'm gonna tell you too, Boogie,
Hmm.
is that with me and my husband, we don't go to outside people when we have a conflict. We don't do it. We'll bring it to the Lord, or we'll talk about it ourselves, because normally everybody who say they for you and that they're praying for you, they're really not. You have all prayers are not good prayers. Just remember that. So
Ooh.
what me and my husband do, we do not bring our marriage to outside people at
Yeah.
all. We don't discuss our marriage with outside people. So I would just say that, like, leave your marriage between you and your spouse. Now it's
Mhm.
okay to discuss stuff like me and you discussing right now, but
Right.
like if you have a disagreement or a problem with your husband, don't go to an outside person. Try to fix it, you know,
Right.
with your husband, and bring it to the Lord. Bring it to
Yeah.
him first. He's the only one that's gonna help you, and he's the only one that's not gonna steer you in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I would tell you and my daughters, my sons too. You know, don't go looking for nobody outside of your relationship. Talk to the person that you're in the relationship with, you
Absolutely.
know?
Yeah.
So that's just that. And if people want to say, oh, you secretive or you private, you sure, I want to say you there.
You're right.
but
That's smart. That's
but
wisdom.
yes, like, no, it's gonna be discussed here and only here.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then another thing me and my husband don't do is, this just kind of happened like this. I don't know how, but it doesn't matter what's going on. We're going to always have each other back. We always have each other back. And let's just say we were a family member, and you know, my younger days, I didn't care what I said. I just said what I wanted to say. And my husband would never, they'll be like, oh, oh, so wrong. She was wrong for saying that. My husband not gonna side with them. But as soon as we get in that car, get home, he gonna be like, you was wrong for saying that, right?
I love it. Right.
Like, man, you was wrong for that, girl. I'll be like, but just have each other back. That's all.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
it's
That.
you and that
Yeah.
person. You and that person, you know.
Yeah. Yep. The respect. That's like. That's
Yeah.
like. Yeah. That's why. Like when you mentioned the example about like the person asking about the shot or whatever. It's just like a certain respect. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I. Yeah. That's that. I definitely want.
Yeah. So Brick family friend said, nah, that's funny. Jono Genius said, smart man. Well, yeah, that's just I don't know. That's just me and mine.
Yep.
But I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't
Yeah.
trade him for no other guy. I
Hmm.
wouldn't.
That's a blessing. That's beautiful.
And I would pray he wouldn't trade me.
He won't.
Mm,
Deani
but
said, "Fix it upon yourselves. Pray, pray." Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
yep. And that's what I do. You know, I pray for my marriage every day. You know, that the Lord covers it, because that's one of the things that Satan's like to destroy is marriages. He don't like marriages, so that'd be the first thing that he comes in to destroy. So I make sure that I pray for my marriage every day. My husband said he pray for our marriage every day. You know, we have to, because that's one of the things that Satan does try to destroy first is marriages and family. Yes, LaShawna, marriages work daily. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Deani says, yes, fight for each other, love. Take things back. When you first met, marriage is a beautiful thing, and communication plays a key. Yes, everything you said is so true, Deani. LaShawna
Yvette.
Success. Oh, go ahead on.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm excited.
LaShawna Success says couples have to remind themselves to not disrespect our spouse, and it's a learning curve every day. So true.
Absolutely. Yvette Diamond says, with my hubby 13 years, I didn't look for him to pray.
She didn't. So I guess she's saying she didn't look for him. She prayed. Maybe
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So
I know that's right.
that's the same thing I told you. I didn't look for my husband either, but I manifest him. I remember seeing him so many years prior, and I didn't know his name. I didn't know where he was from. I didn't know nothing about him. But I told a friend of mine, I said, you see that guy right there? I said, I'm gonna get him. And that was it. I went on with my life. He went on with his life. Maybe like 3-4 years later, maybe like 3 years later, I saw him again. And when I saw him, it was another friend told me she had somebody for me, and that was the guy she had for me.
Oh, nice. That's
So manifest whatever you
right.
want, put it out there in the universe and let it come to you.
Was you surprised, like when she said, "I got somebody for you," and it was like the same person?
So she told me, she was like, I have somebody for you. He's gonna be great. You know, he don't have any children. He worked for the parish. You know, he got his own car. She just telling me all this good stuff about him. And I'm like, oh, okay. She said, they play basketball at night after work. I'm gonna call you when they play basketball. So I said, okay, cool. So she called me. She said, hey, they back here playing basketball. I said, okay, I'm gonna pass by. So she called them. He comes running down the street. Him and another guy come down the street. And as he getting close, I'm like, he look familiar. So when he get there, I said, oh, I know him. And he said, I know you. And my friend was like, oh, so y'all not going to exchange phone numbers? And he said, oh, no, I'm going to get our phone number. And that's
I'm getting that. That's cute.
that was all she wrote.